All right, we can start, I guess. So, hello everybody. I'm Martin from Proflextronics, and yeah, I guess I will do like a 2-minute warning so you can see when the talk time is almost up, so we have time for questions. And with that, I would like to hand over to Steve Paschky from Saralon, as we heard in Saxony. So yeah, let's enjoy this presentation and have a nice afternoon.
Okay, then thank you, Martin. Thank you, Christoph. And yeah, hello, everybody. My name is Steve, and I'm co-founder and managing director of Saralon. Saralon is a company based in Saxony in Chemnitz, and we are around 10 years old. We started from an institute for printed electronics here nearby at our facility, and our focus is we develop and manufacture functional inks for printed electronics. And one of our latest product, which has these days quite a high demand, is our solvent-based copper ink, which I'd like to introduce today, because this product we develop mainly for low-cost, high-volume, mass-market printed electronics applications. So, but before I go into the details about this product, let's just have a quick, let's say, a comparison between the, let's say, two major manufacturing approaches these days for electronics. So there's on one side a so-called, let's say, subtractive manufacturing process, which is basically used for most of the conventional electronics, such as RFID antennas, such as PCB. So it's basically an etching process. So you have a coated material, you use some corrosive toxic materials, and you etch out the circuitry to finally get the result, or the PCB or the antenna you need, which obviously is a not very sustainable process, creates a lot of toxic waste products, and it's mainly done in a very centralized, let's say, place. So it's mainly done in Asia. So on the other hand, we talk about printed electronics, which is an additive manufacturing process. And here in, let's say, in comparison to an etch process, we basically only use a printing process, which means you print only the area you need for, let's say, your application. So you print some small lines for a circuit, or you print some antenna design. And you can basically do that on any kind of substrate. You can really work with very sustainable materials, such as paper, such as PET film, and so forth, because also the curing process is done in a low temperature process, which gives you far more options, and also in terms of design freedom. And pretty much the printing process itself, it's very standard. It's basically screen printing, which is not very complicated method and can be done all over the world. So you don't need to do that in a centralized way. It is far more sustainable. It creates far less side products, mainly nothing. You don't need to use some corrosive toxic materials. So this is pretty much it. But, and there's a big but here, because for now, the backbone of these called printed electronics process is mainly silver. And the silver, as we all know, or most of you guys know, these days, the silver price has increased enormously. And there's a reason for that, because the annual, let's say, production volume is more or less stable. So we have around 25 metric tons a year, and alone 5% of these, let's say, material, of these, let's say, silver is used for some functional silver-based inks. But as this kind of, let's say, technology is now, let's say, the demand is growing, and so is also the demand for these kind of functional inks, we can easily assume that the price will, let's say, the demand will increase, and so will the price. So there is quite a need for, let's say, some alternative. Just to give you an idea, alone between 2017 and 2024, we had an increase of 80% in terms of the kg price. Now we talk about around 1,000 euro per kg for the silver. So there's quite a need for some alternatives, especially when we talk about volume applications. So, and that's why Saralon was working on developing some, let's say, alternative, which is a copper ink. And we have launched our first copper ink a while ago, around 3 years back. Our first copper ink was a water-based copper ink, and we tested this with